again. I'm basically at lancourt now. I'm going to, sorry, got an itch. I'm going to go down and see what wildlife I can see and have a brew. Go down by the river and I'll show you some nice pictures of down by the river on the Wye. Go down there now and see what we can see. Back in a bit. I'm basically at Lancourt Nature Reserve now, as you can hear. Just going to take a little track down the down this track down here, down to the river. Bit of wildlife at that, and show you how pretty it is down on the Wye. It's basically an old leper church down there that they used back in the 1100s to used to ship the lepers there until they got better or died, and ship them back out basically. It's because it was a solitude place, perfect place to put them, I suppose. So I'll take you down there now and show you about. Catch you in a bit. Just want to switch the camera on for a second to show you this little meadow I've come across. It's beautiful. Look at that. Magical noise of the birds in the background. Beautiful. This is what I call a view. That's beautiful. Keep the camera going as we walk down actually. A pheasant in the background. Oh, and a beautiful view. Right, I'll get back to you in a minute. There is Lancourt Leper Church that I spoke about earlier, that was used in the 1200s to ship the lepers over and treat them and keep them out of everybody else's way. It really is in the middle of nowhere, and perfect place to have it really. Looks like they're doing a bit of restoration. What a beautiful area. Absolutely stunning. And this is the River Wye, known as Horseshoe Bend. As you can see why, because it is a horseshoe shaped and it's a bend. Beautiful place. It's almost like going back in time. Shot up there, back up to the church. As you can see, they would have come from the church, come down the slope, come down here. I expect there was some sort of pill. They get onto a boat then and off on their way. It's one of my old camping spots. I used to come here, get away from everything, take a real walk up here. It's beautiful. fall over. Going back to the Jurassic days. There you go. Beautiful. I'm just going to get back out to the water. I'll be back now. A little panoramic shot of the Y. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to sit down and have a coffee now and take in the view. Catch you in a bit. So this is Horseshoe Bend, the bottom of lancourt. Really nice spot to have a cup of coffee, relax and let the problems float away downstream with the water. Looks like I'm the only one here, so it's nice and peaceful. And as you can see in the background, it's really damn beautiful too. I'm going to finish my tea and have a walk on around the Horseshoe Bend, and I'll get that on film and show you, and I'll be back in a bit. Cheers. Just filming this little spot here because last time I was here I bumped into a local Chepstow man who comes down here and photographs wildlife, and he told me that he's seen wild boar swimming from that side over there over to this side on low tide. So that just shows how they're getting across to the Chepstow side. Interesting stuff. Never seen boar swim. I know pigs can swim, but it must have been a hell of a sight to see. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Right, this is the lower part of the Wye Valley Walk now. This will just come out by a bench now. Whoop. It's a pretty amazing little view of the river. So once I get near the bench now, I'll show you the view. It's well worth the walk. A little bit out of breath, bit of a trek, but here's the bench. And here we go, 1, 2, 3. There you have it. What an amazing view. It's a bit sunny, so it might have a bit of lens flare. But there you go. Oh, one view of the River Wye on the bend. Beautiful. It's a pleasure and an honour to live in such a beautiful place. Basically at the leper church now, and like I said before, we used to ship the lepers in anyone who had leprosy, they wanted to keep away from the general public, so they bring them here. It'd be in complete solitude, because the only way here then was by the water. So have a little look inside. There's the old font, old stone. It says, can't read it, it's too worn away. But this is basically the old leper church. We had lovely views out of the windows. That's quite pretty, it's all still there. It seems to be in a state of renovation. As you can see the scaffolding. Lots of big stones. I mean, 1678 that's dated back to. See what's the date on this one over here. Can we make a date out? No. Well, this is the old leper church. Apparently there used to be a village alongside this church, but obviously due to the fact that it was so hard to get to, it didn't actually stay here that long. I guess unless you had a boat you were pretty much cut off. But yeah, that's a bit of history for you. Right, I'm going to make my way up the hill now, if I can find my way out of this fence, and I'll get back to you in a minute. I now have the long walk back up to the limestone kilns. It's all uphill from here on. Just give you one last look at the view. Pretty amazing view. Old church. And I have this long treacherous hill to climb up now. So I'll put the camera down as I'm going to run out of breath and not be able to talk. But I'll speak to you in a bit. Across the memorial now up on the side of the hill. It says in memory of Les Darbourne, voluntary country warden who loved Lancourt Peninsula, 1923 to 1992. Rest in peace. And there goes the pheasants. Putting their 2p in. Right, I better get on with this hill. Nearly back at the top, back the lime kilns. It's a pretty good sight to see because I know I'm nearly by my car. I've got to say, don't attempt this walk if you're not healthy, because I presume myself to be quite healthy, and I am proper blowing. So if you haven't got a good set of lungs on you, don't attempt this walk. Oh, it's all uphill. These are the lime kilns. I sometimes come here when it's raining, have a brew. But here is I thought it was a milestone, but it's actually a headstone for a lady called the Marsh Lady. It basically says it's dated 1996, so it's not that old. So I don't know if it was some woman that lived around here rough, but it says the Lancourt Marsh Lady, 1996, rest in peace. So it must have been some old woman who did a bit of a, I don't know what you'd call her, gypsy, I don't know. Ooh. Right, I'll catch you at the top by the car. Bit of a lesson learned. I don't think I took enough water with me today. Did a lot of walking. Only took coffee, didn't take any actual water, and coffee isn't really good for hydrating you. So I got really hot, a bit out of breath, and a little bit dizzy, so I'll be going home now and making sure, see I can't even talk, I'm so tired. I'll be making sure I get a lot of water in me to rehydrate myself, because I haven't had enough water. So, note before you go out, make sure you take water with you, not just coffee, because coffee is not good. Anyway, over and out. That's my little snippet of the Wye Valley. I'll catch you again. Over and out, Brussels sprout. Final video of Horseshoe Bend before I say goodbye.